hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
Watch the curve, watch the curve.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Back north. Yeah, Liz. Smooth.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Over. Hey, Delta.
Rodgers now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Green 18.
Let him know. Here, Mike. 94 is the Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. 94 is the Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Check.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Come on, 180. Move. I'm going back to you. Hey, Mike's 50. Rip right. Hey, 18. Mike 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Also over here.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Like 50, Mike.
Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 50. Watch the safety creep.
Now Trubisky on first down. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And it's third down.
Get up! 180! Get that ball, Dean! Get that ball! Kill! Alert!
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bears 14, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13, it's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now it's Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Blue 58! 34! Watch twist!
Rodgers to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Get 300. Get 300. Check 31. Check 30. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check 30. Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Trubisky. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Red, up. Under 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
1st down, Chicago.
Check.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They'll run on first down. Grant, and some room to work. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And Grant's got it over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field. Lock in, lock in. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Packers take over. Let's go, bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this throw caught left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Don't let 89 go.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Hey, switch gears. Move your forces. Alert.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Now this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Slam. Check 9.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Quick to the 50. Hey, you block over here. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Jump out.
On first down, Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
That's another Packers first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
94 is the mark. Hey,
on first and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, it's Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 3, check 3. Hey, 88, 88, 88. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark.
Now on second and 13, Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
26.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for Chicago, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.